it's literally key in hand. Everything is there, with the way that someone might want it. I
And
mean,
not only that, in the open house was really funny because many people asked me, "What is the brand of this table?"
oh yeah,
I said, "No, this has no brand." How has no brand? Yeah, this table, somebody designed it for us. These chairs, somebody designed it for us.
the level of luxury I've seen is unparalleled here. I don't think I've seen that in any property here in Sotogrande. Is that something that you feel that you have to do to differentiate yourself from the others?
We only know work in this way.
Yeah.
So I think we need to use to this way of work in this area because we have, like I said before, a fantastic area. This is wonderful, and I think we need to work together. We need to take care of the detail, and we need to upgrade.
Right. At the very top end of the Sotogrande market, something interesting is happening. We're seeing a shift from simply building houses to creating fully realized living experiences. And one of the companies leading this shift is Belding. I'm joined today by the CEO, Ángel de la Torre. Ángel, you're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for having us here in this wonderful, wonderful property, which I'm sure the viewers can see. They can see the sea. You know, it's a wonderful place here in La Reserva. But just before we get into the nitty-gritty of this property and the other developments you have here, tell us a little bit more about Belding. You know, what is the company? Is it a developer? Are you designers? You know, because I really haven't seen properties at this level of detail, you know. So tell us a little bit more about Belding itself.
Yeah. Belding is a company where we work together. The architect, the designer, everyone in our team, we work together in each step we do in all the process. So I think that's why we can see in our result.
Yeah.
And I think our house is told for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have presumably the architecture. Who designs that? Who is the actual architect?
Who is that?
The architect, arquitecto. Who is
Manuel Suarez.
Manuel Suarez.
Yeah.
And his inspiration comes from anything in particular? Is he worked in other countries? What's the inspiration?
No, he worked always in this area.
Yeah.
But it's true that he had another project before working with us, but we changed it completely the way of work because, how I said before, we work together.
Yes.
In the design of the project, in the design of each space. So I think this is our secret. I'm telling to you. So that's why maybe anterior projects is not similar to them.
Okay. And about you, before you were Belding, where were you? What's your experience in this thing? Were you working elsewhere in this industry, or are you from another industry altogether?
No. I never worked before in this developing.
Okay.
I worked before and I continue working in my business as import export.
Okay.
We worked in Morocco, and we came here for working in Sotogrande.
Okay.
When we came looking for houses, we saw there is no finished houses, and we said, okay, let's go. And we started designing our home here in Sotogrande.
Your own home.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but when we finished it, was our home in Avenida de los Cortijos, our first project.
Okay.
When we finished it, we sold really, really fast.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, let's go.
Let's go another one. Yeah. Very good.
But was for a need.
Yeah. Why Sotogrande and not Marbella? Because the type of properties you're building are big houses, houses that, you know, of a certain budget, of course. And, you know, Marbella, or towards Marbella, maybe, let me say that, there's maybe more demand for this type of property. It's quite a risk taking on Sotogrande at this level, isn't it? Or are you just pioneers in this sense?
Was more risk 5 years ago than now, I think.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. So you made a good bet.
Yeah.
You made a good bet.
So we had family in Marbella before.
Yeah.
And our first idea was going to Marbella, but we have kids. Yeah. And we think this place was the perfect place for living with our kids, with a fantastic school, with security, a quiet place, have a lot of different activities for them. So I think it's different to Marbella, and we love it. We felt in love with Sotogrande.
Yeah, no, for sure it is a different market. And when you say the strategic decision was maybe to go to Marbella, but then you found Sotogrande and you fell in love with it. That's very good to have you in love with Sotogrande in the place that you actually developing, because the passion can be seen. That it's there and it's
we
delivered.
choose for us, not for working.
Exactly.
We choose for us, and if we want for us, I think it's the perfect place also for work.
Yeah. You often talk about luxury being in the detail. And I remember being here at the open house. We were shown around by the person who actually was in charge of all the detail. Sorry, I forget his name. It was
Juan Carlos.
Juan Carlos. And you could see him, he was oozing passion about how he got his materials, how he, worked them away, how the detail in the timber work, the joinery, the stonework, everything. That was, it was excellent to see how he was trying to sell that. What does actually mean in practice, that detail? Is that something that you work specifically on because you feel maybe there isn't that level of finishing in much of what we see on the Costa del Sol?
I like you talk about passion, because that passion, we share, all the team, we share that passion.
Yeah.
So we use that passion for taking care of all details. I think you can see. Everybody that was on the open house talking about that, about every detail is thought, and every detail is thought for the house is comfortable and it's totally finished, and the space flow.
Yeah. No, the spaces certainly flow, and we are just here in front of the kitchen. And when I walked in, I thought, that's a very small kitchen. But you go behind and the space is exactly as large on the other side.
And
whereas the dirty kitchen and where you do all the preparation and everything else. So you have that both things. You don't have the smells of cooking coming through maybe, but you have the options. Similarly, downstairs, the gym. The gym is not a cheap gym. I mean, it is a designer gym. Which we'll I'm show some images on the podcast so that we can show that. But the level of luxury I've seen is unparalleled here. I don't think I've seen that in any property here in Sotogrande. Is that something that you feel that you have to do to differentiate yourself from the others?
No, I think we work like we only know work in this way.
Yeah.
So I think we need to use to this way of work in this area, because we have, like I said before, a fantastic area. This is wonderful, and I think we need to work in this way. We can't work in working an architect. When he finish, arrive the designer, design something that is not the same the architect designing. So I think we need to work together. We need to take care of the detail. And we need to upgrade the construction in this area.
So I mean, it's different in the sense that the traditional model that you just described is you have an idea. I want to have a house. You have a plot that you found, and maybe your architect comes and says you can do this. Then the problems really start, because, as you say, you out to tender goes the building, the construction of it. And I've so many times I've met with designers who come and say the constructor has no idea, the plug's in the wrong place, so all the electricity is wrong.
It's funny. Sorry, it's funny because when you said the plot, it's funny because when we go to buy a plot or we go to choose a plot, we go all the team.
Everybody.
So we arrive 5 or 10 person in and they said, okay, normally comes one. But it's the owner, or the CEO. But normally we go all together, and each one give our think about
opinion,
the opinion about the plot.
Yeah. And
So
and then you
we-
choose because everybody has to have a say, even the landscaping.
Exactly.
You know, so you have so many times you see a house being built and there's no thought about landscaping.
Yeah.
But that's so the designers have said to me so many
Yeah.
times that this is done by a man. You know, I said why? Because you can't have a radiator there or whatever it is, and the curtains coming on top, and it's just don't think it
It's the
through.
normal.
You have to have it all done.
I must say, it's more difficult working all together because you need to listen everybody, and each one has the opinion, and the process is longer.
Yeah.
No? But I think the final result is
Yeah, absolutely.
really,
So in a way, you are not building homes; you're designing how people live.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little slight difference, you know.
I mean, how I said, we think in all the details. So we try to do easier the life
Yeah,
for the people that will live in these houses.
absolutely.
So we try to think each detail. We try to think each space for moving inside the house is easier for everything they will need. We try to solve before they need.
Yeah, yeah. So and you anticipate problems
Yeah.
that you might have, and the smoothness, the work way down. Okay. So this is it's difficult to do because you never know what the end client is going to want. I mean, it's like when you have a neutral space, most people could adapt to it. If you go very niche, it's very difficult to find the right client who wants that particular product. But you've managed to do a combination of both here, I think. You know,
Yeah.
you have the white space, the open space, but also you've done things in it which are, I think most people would like. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Our designer always says the family will live here is a family that will fall in love with the house.
yeah,
So I always said, Juan Carlos, are you sure we must put it? Yeah, believe me, we must do this, we must do this, and the people when arrive will fall in love.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
because I find a lot of people just can't imagine it. They see an empty room. They have no idea how that could look, and you need to really offer that, be it by films or photographs or experiences touching the materials. But here you got it all done. It's quite amazing. In La Reserva, you've got how many projects going at the moment?
We have 5 with this one.
5 with this one.
Yeah.
So the first one at the end, as you come in, there's one as you come in which is just being finished.
Yeah,
This one which is finished. The one that I hear behind me.
it's starting now.
Yeah.
And we have 2 in Calle Mimosas.
as you go up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's right. And what's the time scale for those?
Sorry?
What's the time scale? When will those be
it's
completed?
there are few months between each project. Like
Okay.
I think the next one must be this summer
Mm-hmm.
in the market, and the 2 in Mimosas more or less the same time, and will be for the end of the year.
Yeah. And are those houses bigger, smaller? Because this is
Each house is
this is
different.
about 2,000 square meters, I think, or maybe a bit
Yeah.
more. The one over in Lentisco, is it bigger than this one?
No,
No?
it's smaller, but not much smaller.
Yeah.
But it's only 1 floor and sótano.
And a basement.
Yeah. So I think will be really comfortable house.
Yeah.
I love that.
The
house.
architecture is a little bit more radical, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of it. It's sort
Yeah.
of quite dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ones up on the hill on Mimosa, they're also going to be more, to appreciate views and things like this one,
Yeah, that
because
one.
it's on a big slope, isn't it?
Yeah, this one has really, really, really nice views. Are bigger than this
Okay.
one. Yeah, but each house is different.
Yeah,
You will see this house, you will see Mimosas or Lentisco's house,
Mhm.
and each house is totally different, and each project is totally different.
Again, we mentioned this earlier at the beginning, that it's a big risk because these aren't small investments, and you have to have deep pockets to be able to manage the time between buying the plot, building the house, and
Yeah.
getting the actual sale. But we're seeing in Sotogrande, I'm sure you're seeing it as well because of the positioning you have, a segment which is ultra merging. You know, it's a top level.
Yeah.
Do you see that going ahead? I mean, it's something which, in the world, geopolitical issues affect this market. Okay, mostly these markets are second residencies. Mostly, it's changing rapidly. I know
Yeah.
because of the school and other things. But do you think that we'll continue to have that? And I have my theories that the Costa del Sol, in fact, more from the Algarve, Costa del Sol, all the way up to, I don't know, Alicante, is like the California of Europe. You know, I've been saying this for a couple of years now. And little by little, people will come this way because they want to live here. They want the lifestyle that you can afford. They want the weather, of course. They want the openness, all of that. You see that coming as well? Is that part of your strategic thinking in terms of the potential of what you have?
I'm sure about that.
Yeah.
I believe that. I'm sure about that, and that's why we are working that way. If we are not sure about that, it's impossible. We work and we make this kind of investment in this area. Yeah.
Another project that you have, which is, I think, very, very nice, is the one down by the marina.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not the marina, it's the port, isn't it? The entrance to the port. That's a very significant piece of land because it's a crossroads for everybody going into the port. They will be seeing that place. Tell us more about that. How did that come about?
I think it's our star in our project. We are trying to. We are working in the project now. We are designing everything now. Is on the way, and I think we are trying to do the same work that we work in the villas, but in apartment.
Okay.
I think it's a segment, but that is like very particular, but we don't know how to work in another way. So we are saying we are making the same work that we work here, taking care of every detail, taking the same quality that we are using here, the same big spaces, big space, and we are trying to do villas in La Marina.
And there will be what, two, or how does it work?
There will be
penthouse,
4, 2, and
one. Okay.
Big. It's like 3, and one of them has something.
Do you have a price point yet, or is that not worked out? Not yet.
We will use we can do anything in another way. We use the same politic that we are using here. Our price, we don't mark the price. The villas mark the price. So, like we can't put on the market the villas because we don't have price for the villas.
Yeah.
We have one that I hope will be in summer, and we don't have price for that villa
yet. Okay,
so I think we need to work in the apartment little bit faster, but we don't have price yet.
So when you describe them as sort of mini villas, you mean it's going to be spacious, obviously?
Yeah.
What sort of square meterage would the smallest one be?
250 more or less.
250. Okay. And you'll have parking below, presumably, terraces, the whole shooting match.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big shock here.
I'm telling you more than anybody knows. Huh?
Well, everyone will know now. Okay. Any idea when you might start building?
No, I have no idea yet.
No, not yet. Okay, so licenses are an application and everything else. So you're waiting for all that to be okay. That's incredible. It'll be a new category of living, I think, in Sotogrande. Because in the marina, I don't think there'll be anything in that level.
No.
I mean, I've noticed in Estepona, there's a big development there, Tyrian. That's quite different and a very big price point as well compared to what we have here. You're basically pushing beyond the traditional numbers here. But then I think after many years of experience here in Sotogrande, when I look back and look at the pricing 20 years ago compared to other parts, we are really getting much closer to where we should be as a place, because the offering is, quite amazing.
Yeah.
Do you look at that when you look at your pricing as well? I mean, you can't just go and buy a plot and say we're going to build a house and then we'll see how much it's going to be. You must have some strategic thinking on pricing, of course. So do you think about the future there, about that?
I think we like I said before, I think we are working for upgrade all
Yeah.
the area. So if we upgrade the area, also the price will increase.
Yeah.
But I think it's not increasing for increasing. I think if you visit the house, if you visit our villas, you feel
Yeah.
that price. It's okay.
It's like going into a big shop and seeing something that you
Yeah.
didn't know existed, and you see, oh yeah, and I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally speaking, one of the issues that Sotogrande has had is not enough content for people to come and have a big house here. By content, I mean top restaurants, super duper beach clubs, the sort of things that some people would find in Marbella, but they don't find it here. Do you see the difference in the client, who maybe doesn't want what there's down there, but still is happy to pay a premium price? And that's a different type of person, maybe more family orientated, more
More security, more
security.
quiet.
Yeah.
We have here the best golf courses in the country,
Spain,
I
yeah.
think. And like I said before, at the first, we felt in love with Sotogrande for most things that Marbella hasn't.
Yeah.
I think this is quiet, security.
Mhm.
It's the perfect place for families.
Mhm.
So I think we don't need to compete with Marbella, but
No, I don't. They complement each other,
exactly.
because I think if you live in this house here, you have your family, you go to the school, you like your golf, but you want to go to a nightclub, you drive to Marbella.
Or you want to go
Yeah.
to a top restaurant, you go to Marbella.
Yeah. Or you want to go to the shopping, the Corte Inglés, or
Yeah.
to all that sort of stuff.
But
yeah.
I think we are investing also in restaurant, in shops, and this all that market will increase here.
Oh, it has. It's this chicken and egg, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which comes
but-
first, and
But always taking care of all the qualities that we have
Yeah.
now.
okay. Not sure you want to get into this, but see, your competition here. You don't have it directly, because I don't think we have anything that compares to what you're doing. But Arc, for example, are a big builder here. They do big houses, but they don't. I haven't seen them going into the level of detail you have. It's very much more of a blank space for people to come and put their own maybe decoration in, their own way of doing things. You present a fully completed villa. I mean, it's got everything down to the running machine and the gym. The cinema downstairs is spectacular. You have features here which no one might have thought. You got a lift that goes down into the movies theater and comes up into the front room here. It's I mean, it's James Bondy, I think that's great. What do you think about, not necessarily the architecture of other properties here? Is that complementary to what you're doing, you
I think
Yeah?
I think I don't like when people say, "Oh, if you're competent or you are."
No, not a competition. It's
we have
complementary. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think our product and their product that is fantastic. It's not the same product. It's a product totally different. So I think our clients are not the same client.
Yeah.
So for me, it's fantastic that there be more developers here in Sotogrande, and they sell and they create good projects, because that will be good for everyone here.
So would you say that you are offering more of a detailed experience for the buyer? Because this house you sold with this table. This is a table. it's got the kitchen ready. It's got the beds are in the bedroom. It's literally key in hand. Everything is there, with the way that someone might want it. I mean,
And not only that, in the open house was really funny because many people asked me, "What is the brand of this table?"
oh yeah,
I said, "No, this has no brand." How has no brand? Yeah, this table, somebody designed it for us. These chairs, somebody designed it for us. All the table, the chairs, the sofas, the everything is designed for this house. So that's why I said each of our project is unique, because the next house will not be the same, and each furniture inside is totally different. That is
bespoke
unique for
for
that
that
house.
property. Yeah.
I think in those details is where the luxury is.
Yeah, yeah. Who else is here other than yourself and Arc at that top level? Because more and more are coming. I get people calling me asking for plots, and they're developers. And I've got a French guy who wants to come. I've got an Austrian who's looking at coming to buy plots, and they end up, coming, visiting, buying, maybe not. But do you see other people other than yourselves and Arc? I mean, when you drive around La Reserva, which is where most of it's going on, it's those you and them basically are the two big ones. Is that correct?
Maybe.
You haven't seen any other ones actually working away?
I think will come.
Oh, I'm sure they'll come.
I think will come.
Yeah.
Because I think this place is wonderful for this. So Marbella is congestionado.
Yeah, congested.
Of project, yeah. So I think this area they will come for sure.
Yeah. When we just moving away, when we look at Sotogrande down below towards the sea, on the Costa side, we don't see properties like this yet. I think that may come because I've been saying this for years. The houses down there are now 60, 50, 40 years old. They were built really as holiday homes and not to live year round. Therefore, maybe not fit for purpose because people come more often. Madrid is not that far away now. It used to be a long way away, but you can be down here 6-7 hours, I think it is. Do you see yourselves looking at the Costa side as well? Maybe looking for prime plots that need the house to be knocked down and a new property built? Is that something you looked at?
Not for the moment.
No?
We are now focused here in La Reserva, and we have many projects, and we have the project in La Marina.
Yeah.
And we don't have time now for more projects.
Okay.
Step by step.
Right. Yeah. Or you get bigger, and then you lose control. That's the problem. One of the many people, my clients, come to me and say, "Look, I love to get a plot. I love to build. The cost of building is going up because of all the things we know. The war in Ukraine was a big thing. Obviously, COVID caused prices to go up. Now, God knows what's going to happen with fuel prices and everything else going up. So everything is going up. When you look at the cost of them, and also the availability of labor, the availability of good builders, do you have your own builders or do you subcontract out to?
No, we subcontract.
You subcontract out, and obviously once you get a good builder and you have a good experience, they will work with you as much as you want to work with them.
Yeah.
But you see that as a problem when you first came to get the right builder?
I think the secret is staying every day in the project, because you have a good builder, you have a good decoration team, but you need to stay every day controlling in the project and taking care of every detail in the project, because it's the same. The builder is the best, but you need to control that.
Yeah. Very good. What does a 10 million to 15 million house deliver, or what does a person who has that money require, do you think, that's different to before? Because we have 6 bedrooms, we have 6 bathrooms, we have other houses with 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms.
Everything you can imagine.
Yeah, so it's what do that person want? I mean, it's everything I can imagine, but and also maybe they didn't exist 10 years ago. You know, what is it that this house has that didn't exist 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, I think more than the meter square, more than the quantity of rooms, I think is the quality of that rooms. I think it's the quality of that space. So I think what they are looking for is quality of life.
Yeah.
We are here and this place is wonderful. We have amazing views. We have this is wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that's what they are looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Angel, thank you very much. It's been a great chat. I'm sure that the listeners will be very intrigued to come and snoop around and see where your houses are here in La Reserva. They will hopefully look at some of the videos that we're going to do and show, so that they can get experience of it from a visual point of view. But yeah, this is now, I think, very different to what we've been offered here in Sotogrande, and I'm really looking forward to being able to bring clients for you.
Thank you so
and
much.
see if
I
we
hope.
can get this thing moving a little bit. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Cheers.